Hi, and thank you for tuning into my latest video. This one's a small tutorial, basically quite a short one, how I sort of get over missing or damaged pads. So the two pads you can see down where my tweezers are at the bottom of the screen, they're actually two pads that I've grafted in from another board. They're actually joined under the IC to two tracks that are going elsewhere, and it's all shown in the video how I do it. And it's the same process how I do these for all my sort of pad removals that I graft onto other boards. So them two there are grafted as well from another board, so they're all shown after the video how I do them. You can graft any pad you want. You can get this off an old scrap PCB. So if you've got any old scrap PCB, it's always worth keeping. And you can even graft this sort of area around here. The main thing is, as long as your tracks are the same thickness, because that's very important, you're good to go. So yeah, it's always worth keeping a few scrap PCBs, and you can actually make invisible fixes. Like no one would really know they're sort of pads that were missing, but like I say, it's all shown in the video, and say there's pictures after. So hope you enjoy what you see, and if you do, please subscribe, and I'll put more videos up. Right, enjoy the video. Thank you. Right, so welcome to the second part of the video. In this one, I'm literally just going to remove this bit of track from the pad, and this one, I'm going to graft them onto another board, which has got two missing pads. I've just created for this for this demonstration. So literally, I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to graft them onto another board. That's another way you can fix a missing pad. So basically, what I do first, I'm just going to score across there 2 or 3 times, just lightly. Same place on that one. And then what I do, as you can see, you've got 2 nice sort of score marks. 2 or 3 times, just go roughly across, one there, one there. And what I do with the silk screen, I just put a little line across there, and that helps it to be removed easy. Same with this one. And then I can just get what I do, I just get under the corner of the pad. This is a scrap board, so it's fine to do this. You can just lift it up gently right the way along till you hit that other end. If you're careful, the resist and the silk screen should stay on. So literally, you can just hold that down on the board and just flatten it. And there you go, you've got a nice piece of track with all the resist still there. So now, what I'll do, I'll just get this ready for the next board basically that I've prepared. Just scratch that last little bit off. And that'll enable me to just tin that and just solder it to the new one. So I've got that all prepared, just flatten this bit of it a little bit more. If you get any stuff on the back, you can easily scrape it off, the old glue and any excess little bits of board. So that's that one prepared. So I'll just do the same with this one. So yet again, just get under the corner, just carefully get under it. They're easy to remove, just got to start it off, and it just takes it away from the glue that's on there. You can carefully peel it up without any damage. So that's that one. So now, I'm just going to hold that and just flatten it so it stays in shape. And I can just gently tweak that away. So I've got both pads there, sorry. I'm just going to scratch the end of that one off as well. Just to take, just so I can easier do it to the other board when I get to it. Just need a little bit, about half a mil to a mil. So that'll give you something to join on the other board. So there's your 2 pads that can now be transposed onto the board with the missing pads. So what I'll do now, I'll bring that into shot, the other board. I've already prepared this just for the speed of the video, just to speed it up. So as you can see, I've already taken 2 pads and I've just tinned that just to speed this process up really. So what I do now, just take the first one, I can jot that into position, That's, you can always find an old pad or an old track on any sort of scrap boards you can get hold of. Literally just drop that into position there. All I do now, a little bit of flux. And what I do, I go over the joint at that end first, just sort of bridge them over. A little bit of solder. Put the solder on your iron before you do this. So just a little bit of solder on the other end. And you've got a nice little bridge. It's not too high, because I understand you've got an IC body going on there. And obviously you can't have it too high because the body won't sit flat. So what you do, I'm just going to bring the other pad over that I've just sort of taken off. Same again, just drop that into place. Because I'm using the exact same board that as a spare, it matches really well. But you can normally find an old sort of track on any board to match, as long as the thickness of the track's the same. Obviously the signal that goes down the tracks sort of needs certain thickness tracks, you know, for a reason. So what I'll do now, just keep that on there. So I'm just going to sort of a little bit of solder on my iron, same again, just join that up to there. So that's that one perfectly in place. So what I'm going to do now, I'll now fit the IC. So this has got to go a certain way round, because obviously it's got polarity. So a little bit of flux right along. I like my flux, as you probably sort of can tell from the other videos. Now I'm just going to drop the IC on, and I'll solder that up. And afterwards, you know, you can see already it's sort of looking good, and you can't really tell that it's been damaged at all. You've got two that I had to join underneath. You've got to be fairly quick on them, because the heat's going to travel along. You don't want them joints remelting. So I'll just tin this in place. Sorry, tack it in place. A little bit of solder on two of them. Go around them after now. Just a little bit more fresh flux on there. So what I do now, a little bit of solder. Clean my iron tip. So you just got to go around it gently. Oh, a little bit much on that one. That's that one. Let's go around this one. Same again. A little bit on this one. Same on this one. So just that runs around the back, really, around the back of the hill. You just got to be fairly quick on them too. So there you go. From above, it looks, you know, you've got sort of 8 nice joints. And what I'll do now, just give it a quick clean, to show the joints off better. And then you should get an idea of, you know, what you can achieve really just by doing this method. Now them pads should be rock solid, but if you want, you could put a little bit of tack pack around them. That's what I've used in some of my other videos. It's a little bit of sort of PCB glue that you can, but I don't, with this one it's pretty solid because the sort of chip's going to hold it down in place, so it should stay perfectly in position. So there you go, you've got all your nice joints. They're the two, you can see the two there that are sort of grafted on. You know, they look exactly the same as the others. Just turn the board round to get a better view really. So nice and flat to the sort of to the board, and you know, looking like all the others really. So that's how I do my sort of pad sort of grafting really, and yeah, it looks pretty good as you can see. And so yeah, hopefully that helps you, and good luck. Thank you.